So I just want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Anchor, that we're using right now. It's totally free. You can use it on all platforms. Um, we all use it here on the podcast. The only reason why we're recording. And then I don't know, whatever you guys want.
It's a good thing to use while we're stuck here in quarantine, guys. It's free, absolutely free. You don't have to spend any money. I think I spent money. I don't know how, but I did. But it's absolutely free. Also, another good thing about Anchor is that it will distribute your podcast for you. Like, so it can be heard on Spotify. Like, I just found that out. I just remembered it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. So many things we can do with Anchor. You can make money from the podcast, like getting sponsorships like we have right now with our good old buddy Anchor.
With our good old buddy Anchor.
Good old buddy Anchor. You can download the free Anchor app from the Play Store or the App Store that you guys have. Or you can also go to anchor.fm to get started. It's free. Try it out. This is something you can do with your buddies like we're doing right now with the whole elevator talk, guys. Welcome to our podcast called Elevator Talk, Conversations Meant to Stay in the Elevator. This is your host here, Jaime, and I'm alongside with my co-host at the moment, Adrian.
Hello.
So pretty much today, what's today? Today is Saturday, and this will be up on Monday. So we're pretty much talking in the past now. So whenever this podcast is up, it's the past. And so, that's pretty trippy. I'm not gonna lie. If you think about it, the whole time wise,
it's alright.
It's not that bad, but I feel like it's because I don't know. Because I know you're an hour ahead. Cali is like an hour behind. And whenever I see that, it trips me out because I'm like, I always wonder. I know there's an answer for it, but like I've always wondered, like the whole invention of time. Like we're just pretty much held on the whole concept of time itself just being 24 hours, and I don't know. I just find it very not conflicting, but interesting in a way that confuses me all the time. Because like we'll think this session is like 10 minutes long, and by the time we end the sessions, it's either like an hour and a half or 2 hours, and time goes by so fast in a way where like when you're having fun you don't even notice it.
Yeah.
And I just find it like very fascinating. Not in a way fascinating, but also not scary, but yeah, something like that.
I get you. All I'm saying is I'm already living your future. I'm already living an hour ahead of your future.
So you already know what I ate before I even know it?
You're gonna eat some noodles or some vegan.
I hate that earlier when we were playing Warzone, you pretty much already told me I ate my noodles, and you already know I'm vegetarian. So you that pretty much sums up your whole options in picking what I'm probably gonna eat in the future, because I don't even know what I'm gonna eat in the future.
I got you. Or even you're gonna eat your nuggets. Just
Right.
watch.
That's right. I got my plant-based chicken nuggets. What I know, my whole thing is that I've been vegetarian for a while, and not for a while. Like I used to be, and then I got back on it.
Good.
But would you ever try
Hell
being
no.
vegetarian?
I love my meat.
Why not? Like I'm just.
I love my meat.
What?
Yeah,
You love your meat? How bad do you love your meat?
a lot.
You love your meat so much?
Yeah. It's I don't know.
Like, would you ever try like
I tried
vegetarian
it
food?
before. I tried veggie patties and all that, but
Well, the veggie patty. Did you try the one at the movies?
No.
That we worked at.
no.
Okay, good, because that was my first ever like vegetarian food, like my first veggie like burger, and pretty much my expectations for like every vegetarian food I've been eating is like has been on a low expectation because of that vegetarian veggie patty that we had at the movies.
Shaking my head. That's why you don't go vegetarian.
Well, it's not because of that. It's because the meal or like the option I had at that time was that. Oh, somebody just came in the elevator. Hold on.
I'm not good.
Nate,
Hawk?
Nate.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony Hawk's here.
Yo,
Sweet. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yo.
Can you hear?
Okay, cool.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Oh, okay. So right now we were talking about me being a vegetarian in a way. Would you ever try being a vegetarian, Nate?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I seen some like vegetarian chicken strips, dog. Oh, they look fucking crazy.
No, but
Like, I
so
remember
would
also-
you ever like fully commit? Like, would you ever try like being vegetarian?
Yeah, I would give it a try.
Give it a try. How long do you think you would last?
Probably like a week or two, dog.
Oh, he just left
Yeah.
the elevator real quick.
It was already his stop. Son of a bitch.
That was his stop. You know, his week or two being a vegetarian.
Just like you
Nah,
said,
but-
time goes by so fast.
Oh, yeah, that's true. No, but it's for me being a vegetarian kind of made me feel better, like healthy wise, because every time whenever I ate like any type of meat, except sushi, because I love sushi, but like yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. But like after every meat, like I've eaten any type of red meat or chicken, like I always felt bloated. I don't know why. And so whenever I switched to being a vegetarian, after every meal that I had, I never felt bloated. Like I felt like I was okay. Like I didn't have to unbuckle the belt or the pants just to like finish my food. Like I was able to sit comfortable and eat my
I
food.
get you. Well, it's because you need to chew it real well. That's why. I feel like you eat every food like the way you eat your omelet. You just put it in your mouth and swallow it.
That was one time. I haven't done that in a while. Actually, I've been thinking about like whenever you come back in El Paso, we'll go hit up IHOP or Denny's. IHOP. And then we'll order an omelet and see if I can do that again just to impress you again. Oh, man.
So I think I just found your reason why you always feel so bloated. There you go.
That's probably why I've always been told I eat my
Yeah.
food fast.
And since like vegetarian food ain't really like meat, so it just like dissolves in your stomach. So there you go.
Oh, I forgot you're
I
a
am.
scientist. You're
Yeah,
Dr. Adrian.
That's why I moved to Midland to work at the oil field.
That's why you moved to Midland. Oh, nah, but I think the craziest vegetarian food I've tried, which was recently because I had nothing else. Well, I did have some stuff, but like I wanted something new. I saw some corn dogs that were plant-based, like little mini corn dogs, and I was like, that seems like a good option because I love corn dogs, and that's like an alternative to the meat. It's a plant-based, and I wanted to see. I'm pretty sure, like, because there's veggie burgers that they make so realistic that look like meat that it actually bleeds. but it's the juice from like the
Chemicals?
one of the
Oh, yeah.
vegetables. No, not chemicals. from the what's it called? The vegetable itself. I think it was like the beet vegetable or something like that. And that's what makes it like bleed. And so I tried these corn dogs, and I'm not gonna lie to you, like they were pretty good. They tasted like a corn dog, like an actual corn dog. That's what kind of shooks me all the time whenever I try like new vegetarian food.
I think the only thing that really like surprised me was a veggie burger.
But which one? Oh, he came back on the elevator. Is this your floor, sir, or are you going up?
I believe I'm on the right floor, dog. Yeah,
On the
yeah.
right floor?
Yo,
Okay,
am I
cool.
laggy?
Okay.
I think I'm a bit laggy.
Nah, you're good. You're good in a way.
All right.
But yeah. So we were just talking about like different vegetarian plates, like new things. Have you tried any vegetarian like food lately?
No, not lately. Not that I know of.
You should stop by the house then, and I'll cook you up like either a plant-based chicken patty or a plant-based bean burger.
Ooh, I'm down.
Yeah, because I found a chicken patty that's plant-based, and I was like, okay, I can make my Popeyes chicken sandwich.
My Popeyes plant-based chicken sandwich.
No, but I recently tried corn dogs that are plant-based.
What's that?
Plant-based corn dogs.
Oh, corn dogs. I heard something else. I was like, what the fuck?
It's like hot dog. I actually got a plant-based hot dogs too that I cooked up yesterday.
Down what the fuck? How do those taste? What the hell?
Like a sausage. Like it was pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. like it was like my first time cooking myself my own like vegetarian plate, and it was my first time actually cooking fries too. I had to ask my supervisor that I work with. I'm like, hey bro, like, how do you make fries? He's like, you put it in the oven. He's like, you put it in the oven. I was like, I don't want to use the oven though. He's like, well, then you get a pot with oil in it, and you put the fries in there. And I was like, when do I know they're ready? And so I had all these questions because I've never cooked like fries. That's what tripped me out. But basically, going back on the whole vegetarian stuff, how long do you think you would last being vegetarian?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, right now I'm kind of on that vegetarian thing because I'm like trying to be a cop, but I still like mix it with like actual meat so I could get my gains and shit. But other than that,
have you tried tofu?
Yeah.
You can get a lot of protein from tofu.
Can you?
Yeah, you can actually.
Oh, I thought you were just messing with me.
No. Why would I mess with you? Like, I have tofu. Like, tofu's my main source of protein at the moment.
No, yeah. I mean, I've tried it, but I think I like did it wrong because it's like flavorless. Like, it doesn't have like.
Well, did you like season it or cook it up?
No, so I don't remember what I did, but I just remembered I bought it. I don't know if it was. I don't even know, but I know I bought it and then I just ate it just as it came and I just didn't like it.
Oh yeah, that's where you did wrong because you gotta cook that, bro. You can eat it raw, but like there's a lot of water inside of that tofu, and so you gotta cook it, bro.
Well, I didn't know. I mean, first time.
When you stop by, I'll make sure to cook you up some veggie stuff, bro. I got you.
Alright. But so far, the longest I've done is already like a month.
A month? That's not that bad.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, like I'm mixing. Yeah.
Well, you would probably be like how I was in a way when I first started out, like a pollo pescatarian or pescatarian or like something like that. You still eat meat, or you don't eat meat. You'd still eat like poultry or fish. Like you don't eat anything red meat wise, but that's how I was in the beginning.
I just eat chicken. That's about it.
Chicken, and rice is a good source of like
Yeah.
pretty much protein and stuff like that.
Yeah. But yeah,
But how's the whole training to being a cop and everything?
honestly, it's kicking my ass. But
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. I know I'm getting back in shape and everything like that because that old job.
You like when they kick your butt?
Yes, I do. But I mean, like I got really bad in shape because, I mean, my old job. I mean, I wasn't really able to exercise, and
No, well, yeah, because you were mostly in your truck.
yeah, so I didn't get to exercise. And I got to my heaviest, which was like 251 pounds, I believe. And well, now that I'm in the police academy, I dropped down to like 219, 220.
Uh-huh.
And so, I mean, I feel good. I feel nice. I mean, I still look fat, but I feel good.
That's good. I mean, you've been feeling a bit better.
Yeah. So, I mean, even without me having a job right now, because of this damn virus shit, but it's
Yeah, so you.
it's all coming along. Eventually.
Well, yeah, with the whole quarantine and the pandemic going on, you have time for more stuff now in a way.
Yeah. So.
You have more time to play your Warzone now.
Mm-hmm. That's why I always got to carry you on my shoulders.
Okay. I don't know about that.
Oh, what?
Because recently we were on par with each other when we were playing with Ramen Boy.
I mean, today I'm doing sucky because I haven't played Xbox in like 2 days.
The only thing I've been playing lately was Madden because I've been doing my franchise mode.
Mm.
And what I like to do is like play every single game. So like if I ever get tired, I just save it and then play something else.
Yeah. I mean,
But
it's because I get busy during the week because my girlfriend goes to work or wife, whatever the hell you want to call her. And I mean, so I have like my kids to take care of, and he's
Yeah.
an easy child, but at the same time, he makes it hard to do things. So
I wouldn't doubt it because earlier I know Mason was trying to get in everything.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, because we're playing Warzone right now, and all you heard was just screaming.
I heard the little one screaming, and I heard you just telling Mason like, "Hey, get out of the cabinets and stuff."
So
Nah, that's just the whole thing with being a parent. Anyway, it's understandable.
it sucks.
It sucks right now, but as soon as they grow up, bro, it's gonna be like I said, time's gonna fly by fast, and you're gonna be like, next thing you know, they're already like teenagers going through their phases.
Shit, I don't care. I'll go outside so I don't have to deal with the rest.
Oh my god, they'll probably whoop you on Warzone.
I mean, if they do, I mean, I know it's my time to give up Xbox. After that, I'm just like, all right. I mean, I guess it's time for me to go outside and do something productive.
I guess it's time for me to go get milk.
Never come back.
Oh man, this is dumb. Oh my god. So I know in your old job you pretty much traveled a lot, right?
Yeah.
Anytime did you travel, like did you have any like pit stops to enjoy where you were at, or was it just like one way, you had to get there at a certain time, blah blah blah, all this stuff?
I mean, I took it that I had to get there and then go straight back. but that was
Yeah.
only like whenever it was like an hour away. But when I had to
Uh-huh.
go to like Fort Worth or Wyoming or Colorado or whatever, I mean, there I would stop and enjoy the view.
Oh, okay. So out of all the places you've pretty much traveled to, what was like one of your favorite places to visit?
Wyoming was the nicest.
Wyoming.
Yeah.
And why is that like your favorite place? Just because it was like nice, or like what made it like so nice?
Well, because Wyoming is known for Yellowstone Park. And
I did not. I totally
yeah,
forgot about
so
that.
where I dropped off was like an hour away from it, I believe. I don't remember.
Did you stop by it?
Yeah, I stopped because I got there
Oh, okay.
like at 9 in the morning to drop off what I had to drop off, and then I just drove an hour later to Yellowstone Park and just chilled. Slept
That's
in
nice,
the
bro.
parking lot for at least 2 hours, and then yeah, went out and enjoyed it.
That's pretty nice, bro. Honestly, being able to enjoy it as much as you can in a way.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause-
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go for it. Go for
I
it.
mean,
go
it's
for it.
cool because like, I mean, you're far, so they don't expect you to be home anytime soon. So might as well just take the time and enjoy it.
That's true, bro. That's true. I guess that's how it is in my current job at the moment when we would travel. I remember the first time I traveled, it was like back in January.
Over here in Midland or what?
And no. That was I think in February. I think that's when I went to Midland. But my first time actually traveling, it was support. So I went to do support for some other stores. And we went to Dallas. We did an iMart Express, which was like crazy. It was pretty chill. I got to see designer glasses. You know what I mean? Like prescribed glasses, designer. And I was like, what the hell? This is crazy. And from there, Dallas, we left immediately to our next store that we were doing, which was in Louisiana.
Mm.
So it was a 9-hour drive to Dallas, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then from Dallas, it was another, I think, 4 or 5 hours to Louisiana, where we were going to be staying. So we got there early to our hotel. We were able to rest. And then I took my time resting because I'm like, I was kind of, it sucks being inside of a van for like 5+ hours and you're not able to rest that well. I had my own little row in a way. I was able to rest in like a little bit, but it wasn't really that much resting. But as soon as I got to the hotel, I'd rest. And then after Louisiana was Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And so we spent like two days in Louisiana. And then after Louisiana, it was Alabama.
A lot of trees.
We went to Mobile.
There was
The
a
what?
lot of trees. Like everywhere you looked was trees.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. I love trees,
Yeah.
bro. It was like really nice.
I mean,
And so we got there to Mobile, Alabama, and we only stayed there for like a few hours during the store because we had to drive all the way back from Alabama back to El Paso, and that's like 18-19 hours. And so we left and we went to New Orleans. We took like a 2-hour or 1-hour detour in New Orleans. And then honestly, bro, like I just love New Orleans. That's probably one of the best places I visited on my job, like just exploring like as a tourist or anything like that. Like New Orleans was really nice, bro. And this was like right before they were setting up for Mardi Gras, bro.
Yeah.
So like they were getting everything all set up, so it was like very neat.
I think that's when I went to Louisiana too. But I was like not in by New Orleans, but I mean I could have drove in there, but I had another load that day, so I had to come straight back. Yeah,
That's crazy.
but yeah, I mean
But
from Dallas all the way to Louisiana was nicest drive I had. Because I mean, you see everything from a city or a town, and then trees, and then a big city again. You know what I mean?
honestly, I know there was one restaurant in Dallas that I tried out. It was a chicken restaurant, Oh my god, bro! Like it was so good. Like even the fries, they had this Cajun like seasoning, and it was oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
Like I need to ask my coworkers again to see what store was, what restaurant it was, because it was like very good, man. What's one restaurant I wouldn't mind like going back to Dallas just to eat at. But that was like one of my favorite like work traveling trips.
That's cool.
But it's been chill. It's been chill. Like I want to say in 2 weeks, or like after this week coming up, I'm gonna be going to Lubbock to do support for Target, and then coming back. So they're gonna have like a hotel book first and everything. Like everything for my job is pretty nice. Like the gas for the van that we drive is paid for. The hotel is paid for. So like we don't have to worry about any of that, bro. Like we just bring our own money to like buy food and stuff.
Yeah. Well.
So like I think I get paid this week, actually, this coming week, and I'm like I need to make sure I save that money to buy food.
Yeah, man. I mean, we could link up at Lubbock if you want. My brother lives up there.
Shoot, I'll probably see, because we're gonna be there the 22nd, and then come back on the 23rd. But like we'll leave like at 11 in the morning.
Well, never mind. You're going to 22nd, so
Yeah.
I'll still be in all that.
Yeah. But honestly, I love traveling. Like that's one of my things. Like I'm glad I got this job where I can travel a lot, and especially because like I get paid for the travel. I get paid to get there. I get paid to come back and everything. Like I get paid for everything. It's like a very fun job with all the coworkers that I have at the moment. My boss, he's like super chill, bro. My boss, he's like hella chill.
That's the cool part about my whole job, is that I was able to go wherever I wanted to. Well, not wherever I wanted to, but visit different cities and just Midland.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
But
honestly, like what's one like place that you would like love to travel to, like if money wasn't an issue?
Honestly, is when I went to Austin to go watch Post Malone. Austin,
just for that sole reason to go see Post Malone?
I mean, when me and my girlfriend, wife, person, thing, when we went, we enjoyed it. Like, literally,
Austin is beautiful.
That
I've been there like at the Capitol, and it's like,
oh yeah, the 3 days that I've been there, we've traveled all of it. We got there at like 7 in the morning, I think, and
and then you have like the whole day to go check out like everything.
So we went to go do everything. Well, not everything, but we did basically everything. And then after that, we just went back to the hotel, chilled, and then woke up again early. Explored more of Austin and shit. Little sleep, but Austin was.
Honestly, Austin is really beautiful. I got to, when I went, I was part of my student government association, and when it was community college day, so we were all at the state capitol. And the cool thing is they actually gave us a tour of the Capitol. So, like the Capitol building itself. So we went way up to the top. Like we were on the roof of the Capitol. We went inside of that dome at the very top. Oh man, I kid you not. My favorite heights,
like it kicked in, right?
It kicked in so bad, bro. Like it was a beautiful view, but like, oh my god, bro. Because when you enter the Capitol building, and in the middle, like of the Capitol, if you look all the way up, it's like a whole circle, so that you can see all the way up to the top. We were at the very top of that, and we were able to like look down. But like, oh my god, bro! Just thinking about it gives me the chills, because like I'm very terrified of heights. And when we went above that, and what's it called? these stairs that were going up, they were so like narrow in a way, and it was just I just it was terrifying for me.
Yeah.
Like it took a lot of guts for me just to go up, and then coming back down was the scariest part. Like, oh my god, bro! Like the thing I fear one of the things I fear the most is heights, and that didn't help it out. Like I love traveling in plane. Like when I'm in a plane, like I'm not afraid of heights. Like I love looking down out the window. I love flying, bro. Like I have so many points with Southwest, bro. Like all my flights have been free with student government, bro. Like I've went to Houston. I went to a Chinatown in Houston, which was like, oh my god, lovely. And then I went to Austin. I went to Florida, bro. I forgot about Florida, bro. I went to what's it called? Universal Studios for free, bro. Like everything's paid for. I even get money to spend during the day, like during the week. How many days we're staying there? Like, yeah, bro. It was a very nice, a privilege in a way for student government, because if you're like really active in the organization, you're able to go on trips. And so I was very active, and I got to go on like pretty much mostly all of the trips. Like my first semester I was there in student
Washington,
government.
D.C. was another nice place.
I haven't gone there yet. I was planning on going there, dude.
Picture the way how you were at the Capitol at Austin. They have kind of the same over there in Washington, D.C. I mean, but they say the one in Austin's bigger. But, I mean, when I was there, oof, bro. I was so scared. I went into, like, that library, that famous library that they have, the oldest library, whatever. And, I mean, they take you up, and you, like, look down, it's, like, 3 stories down, and you're just, like, it kicked in, like,
bro, stop. That's
like, I was even saying to myself, I was like, oh, shit. And then, like, I stepped back, because I was like, I can't handle it. And
oh, bro, I wouldn't doubt it. And then just your little boy Mason's just like looking over the edge.
I didn't go with them. It was
just
me and my mom and stepdad and some other family members.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, and then I did the mistake of like looking up because I was like scared looking down. And then when you look up, that's when they have like the big old glass thing in the sky too. And I was just like, oh, so that made it worse.
Oh, bro, that's crazy because we were outside of that dome too, and like we were at like I don't know where, but we went to the very top of this like little tower, and oh my gosh, bro, like it was like the lady that was giving us tour, like she was all chill about it, bro. Like she was all chill, like nothing fazed her. She went up like nothing. She was on the edge of the ledges, like nothing, taking photos, helping us, blah, 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 this stuff, bro. And I was like, how are you doing this? Like, oh, my God,
I hate heights to the point where when we were getting ready to get on the flight from El Paso to Dallas to go to Washington, I remember on the way to the house to the freaking airport, I told my mom to stop like 3 to 4 times so I could throw up in the side of the road. That's how freaking nervous I was.
Nah, bro, I was actually not that bad. If you ask Nathan, my first plane trip was with my anime club going to Anime Impulse, a convention in Cali. And I was excited, bro. Like, we had our plane was leaving from El Paso to Cali like at, I want to say like 9 a.m. or like 10 a.m. somewhere around there. And Nathan slept over because like I'm like, we're gonna leave early, like super early, just to like get there. And we got there like at 5 a.m. I think, bro. And so we're chilling there waiting for everybody. They get there like at 7, blah blah blah. And like we're just waiting, bro. I'm excited, bro, because like this is my first time on a plane, but at the same time, like damn, like I'm afraid of heights too. This is a bad combination. And so the first time when we went up, and you know how like the plane, like once it accelerates,
Yeah.
like there's no going back. Like you can't be like, yo, like stop it, like let me off. Like no, you can't. You gotta like write it off. So you gotta keep on going. You gotta keep on pushing. So I remember this because the guy on the right side, he was like right next to Nate, because it was me on the window, Nathan in the middle, and this dude, he was like a veteran or something like that. And we were just talking, and he flies a lot, blah blah blah, but he doesn't like flying. And so I'm like, when we go up, my stomach goes in, like I feel weird. But I'm like, oh, I'm expecting that, because that's like, you're going so fast, like it's like a roller coaster, but like on steroids in a way, and because you're going up, you keep on going up. You're not coming down for like another like an hour and a half or 2 hours or whatever. So I was chill about it. I'm looking down at the window. I see Nathan when we're first going up, like he's losing it. Like you can tell in a way, like his whole body becomes stiff. And so the guy next to him was way worse. Like, oh my god, like I think he made Nathan jump a little bit more, because just the way he was like I'm like, bro, like you said you flew so many times, like you should already be used to it in a way.
I mean, when we stopped like one last time before we got to the airport, and then I remember, like, I don't even know, I think I went in front of my parents because I think I had like first access, and they had to come behind me, and so I got like the whole row, but I like sat by the window, and I mean, I had my bags on the 2 seats because I was saving them for my parents, and I was gonna get out so that way they could come sit down, but my mom was like, "No, there's a long line. We're just gonna sit like this," and I was like, "Crap." And so I remember, like, we took off, and when we took off, like, I just shut the freaking blinds. As soon as I shut the blinds, I mean, we were traveling at nighttime, so I was like, what's the worst that could happen at nighttime? And we had the worst turbulence ever, because freaking, I think it was El Paso to Dallas, or Dallas to Washington. I don't remember where, but I remember they were having like severe storms and shit. So yeah, like as soon as I opened the freaking blinds,
that's
as soon as I opened the blind, dude, like I just saw like lightning just. I was like, oh fuck that shit. I just closed it, and I tried going to. I couldn't, bro. Like as soon as I closed my eyes, like I felt vomit come down my throat. I was like, oh. So I like.
What
Southwest
airline were you flying?
Yeah. But yeah, my aunt and her 2 daughters, my 2 cousins, they were sitting in front of us. So like, I was grabbing the seat in front of us, and they told me that every time that there was like turbulence, I would like throw them around because I was all like super scared.
Honestly, that
was my like first flying experience ever.
Oh yeah, bro, that's gotta be bad, especially.
Yeah, and then like I guess the pilot overshot or some shit. I don't remember, but yeah, he like took a big ass turn, and like you could feel the whole plane like jerk left to right and everything like that. And I was like, oh my goodness gracious!
Ooh.
And yeah,
you're like, oh lordy.
Yeah. My mom was holding my hand. I was holding the seat. I was kicking everything I could. I was like a freaking 5-year-old, bro.
Nah, bro. I understand that, bro. I think, I don't know if I remember. I don't know if there was like somebody that like had like a little yell when we first went up. I don't know who. I think it was like somebody else, but I don't know if that was like that actually happened or not. But honestly, like I love plane flights. Like every plane I've gone has like been smooth. I turn on the Southwest thing, the app, so I can watch the movies. I watch my Crazy Rich Asians because that's like my all-time favorite movie. I cry every time I watch it. So like every flight I'm watching Crazy Rich Asians, you can see a tear coming out from it because like it's like one of my favorite movies, and it's an emotional roller coaster for me in that movie. But honestly, like I've flown so many times with Southwest that they sent me coupons for drinks. I think they expire next year. I need to double check. I was planning on using them this because we were planning on flying the Cali this summer, but like everything got postponed, everything got canceled because of this pandemic. And so like I still got them there, so I'm gonna probably use them like later on. I might, because I still have my trips planned for January and next year's Anime Expo, which is gonna be in July. So I still have those planned out.
Hopefully next year.
But
I don't know, because of this pandemic thing shit going on. We don't know how long it's gonna take and shit. But next year, we're supposed to take a trip to New York. Yeah. And well, just my family.
Who you going with?
But I mean, if I find a job by then, and if there's not a pandemic by then, and everything's like all calm and easy now, I mean, I'll take probably just my wife. I don't know about the kids because I don't know if they'll handle the flying yet.
The flight because
so
it's a longer
I don't know
distance.
how we're gonna do it yet, but I know we want to go to New York because my cousin, she's like really smart or whatever, so she's in that class that they take like trips to those places to learn about the history and shit. And so I mean I want to go so that way, because my favorite
That's pretty neat.
football team's over there too, the New York Giants. So I want to go see their stadium and shit. Yeah, so.
Okay.
And then, So
that's pretty neat. No, I feel you. Like I was planning my biggest trip that I was planning for this year was to Japan.
I'm not ready to go overseas yet.
And that
I was ready when I wanted to go to the Marines, but after that, I was just like, fuck that shit.
Now I feel like the thing that's gonna suck the most is the flight, bro. The whole jet lag too, just getting used to the time zone over there. You know what I mean? Because it's a 16-hour
you go from California
flight
all the way to Japan, right? Or you take?
Yeah, California all the way to Japan.
Oh yeah.
And it's a 16-hour flight, and I know they provide food and everything, like those airplane food. But what's it called? It's a bigger plane, way bigger plane than Southwest Airlines, bro. Way
like 2-story
bigger plane.
plane.
I think it's like I think it's like 2 stories or something like that, because like those planes like carry so much fuel to go and come back, bro. So like I'm excited, but at the same time I'm like, 16 hours? How many times am I gonna be watching Crazy Rich Asians?
Just watch it twice, take a nap, and then watch it twice again and take a nap.
Honestly, bro, like every plane that I've like flown like in Southwest, bro, like I've watched Crazy Rich Asians. That's all I've watched. Every time I'm flying, that's all I'm watching, bro, because that's like one of my favorite movies, and it's free on the Southwest app.
I remember when I went flying, like I was like, because music really like calms my nerves sometimes, depending on what I listen to or who I listen to.
Yeah.
And I freaking forgot my headphones. So I remember I was flying and like I was joking around with my mom, like, oh, I'm gonna buy these. I don't remember what they were. I think they were the Sony ones, the ones that are noise canceling and all that shit. Those that are like $400, $500, whatever. And I remember I was just joking with my mom. I was like, I'll buy some, whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you already got yours. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And then I got on the freaking plane. I was like scrambling through my freaking backpack and I couldn't find them. I was like, shit. And yeah.
Damn, bro, that's gotta suck, bro.
First time flying was the suckiest time ever.
Nah, I remember losing my headphones coming back in January from my trip from Cali in January, and I had to buy new headphones. They're like these Skullcandy ones, and they were like, bro, this stuff always at the airport is always gonna be expensive, obviously. So I spent like I think like $20 on some Skullcandies, and I was like, dang. bro. And here's the thing, though. The earphones that I lost, that I thought I lost, I found them. They're the ones I'm using right now, like to pretty much record it and everything. And like I found it like probably like the next day when I came back, because like legit, I was supposed to be, I had a work trip and I was supposed to be in Albuquerque in January, and I told him like, hey, I'm gonna be missing these days because I'm gonna be in Cali for my club trip, and they're like, okay, don't worry, like. And I told him like I'll make sure to drive there, because I was, this was like when I was like still like fresh. I wanted to show my commitment to the job, and legit as soon as we landed, I think it was like 10 or 11 p.m. I drove, me and my parents, we drove all the way from here, El Paso, to Albuquerque, and I got there like at, I want to say like 5 a.m. No, like 4 or 5 a.m. No, like 4 or 3. I'm somewhere around there, like super early, bro. And so my roommate at the time, like he's still my roommate, my boy, my coworker, Mikey. He's my roommate. And so I get there, I get my key, I knock on the. I try to use my key to open the room first. It's not letting me in. I was like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? Like, I didn't put my card in my like near my phone or anything. Like, it was more like I was tripping out. And so I went to the front desk and I was like, hey, my car's not working, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, like, is it turning red? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, well, then the person inside has a door locked and the chain or whatever. And I was like, dang it, Mikey. I was like, I didn't want to wake him up. I didn't want to like call him, wake him up. Like, it was super early because we had to be at work like at 6 a.m. I think we had to be at the store. And I wanted to like rest a bit and let him rest and everything. But yeah, like it was just crazy. And so I call him and he opens the door and I'm like, hey, my bad, man, blah blah blah. So like I got there like super freaking early, bro. Like I showed my commitment. My boss, he's like, oh, I thought you were gonna come in the next day. I was like, nah, like I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna make sure I'm there for the day I said I was gonna be. And so like we whenever, like I think that week he was like telling the story of me, like showing like how committed I was. Like I got there like as soon as I landed from my trip. And keep in mind, I had an extra bag. Like I prepared an extra bag before I left the Cali. So I told my parents like, hey, can you put this bag in my car? Like as soon as you guys pick me from the airport, so I can like have that bag for work, blah blah blah, and stuff. So it was crazy, bro. Honestly. But other than that, like, I love traveling, bro. I'm a huge travel planner too. Like, I love to plan trips. That's my whole thing. Like, if you ever like people tell me like, oh, you should become a travel agent. I was like, I should because I plan everything, bro. The flights, the hotel, the budget for everything. And like, let's say if you want to rent a car, I'll get a budget for that. Let's say you want to Uber, I'll get a budget for that, from here to there, blah blah blah, all this stuff, bro. Like I plan everything, bro. Like right now, like if I were to show you like my stuff for my trip right now, bro, because like I have, like I said, my two trips planned. Like let me tell you how more like detailed I got into.
I mean, when you find it, I mean, I suck at traveling, but I love it because when we went to Austin, I had nothing planned. All I had was just a hotel and the way to get there. That's it. But
true.
It was cool. We just like, I'm like a whatever goes kind of guy. So.
No, yeah. I totally get you on that. That's my whole thing too. Yeah. But like I plan the basic stuff, you know what I mean? Like for Anime Impulse, like I have the two trips, Anime Impulse 2021 and Anime Expo 2021. So for Anime Impulse, I'm taking 8 people. I already have the 2 rooms set. Actually, it's gonna be 9 people. I forgot, 9 people. The rooms are set at the hotel. I already have the hotel booked for next year. I already have that booked. I already have that we're going to be volunteering at the convention, so we don't have to pay for the ticket there. I have the flight It's gonna be 2,088. Divide that between 9 people is 232. Hotel, got that set, divided, blah blah blah. Got the Uber budget, and I already planned like a side like Uber thing where it's gonna from the airport to the hotel. We don't have to pay anything because we're gonna get a shuttle from the from the airport to our hotel, which is pretty neat. So we save money there. And then pretty much I have everything like the total and everybody putting in like for those 9 people, like in total for that trip, it's gonna cost them $541. Hotel, Uber, flight ticket, all set. And then like for my Anime Expo trip, I'm taking 11 people. So I already have the hotel set. It's like $2,999 if we want to be technical about it. I already have a split, the flight, the Uber, the total amount, and we're all gonna be paying for we're gonna be there for like a week. We're gonna be there for a week for Anime Expo, and it's gonna cost us in total for $562 for the hotel, Uber, and the flight. For Anime Impulse, we're only gonna be there, I want to say 3 days.
Yeah,
4 days technically, and it's gonna cost us $541. So like I have everything set, bro. I have all the people set. I think I need one more person for my Anime Expo trip, and then like everything's all set, bro. Like I tell you, I'm a huge planner. I have all the details for the hotels that I have booked already, like all set and everything, bro. Like I make sure everything.
You should
like,
set up a vacation for all of us ex-Cinemark employees.
Oh, bro, for sure, bro. That's what I was doing.
Redoso.
That's what I did last time when we were planning to go to Redoso. Yeah, I started planning that, and I couldn't go because what's it called? I messed up by saying that there was going to be drinking, and my parents know I don't drink. They know, and I tell everybody I don't drink and everything. And as soon as I said, they're like, "Is there going to be drinking?" I was like, "Yeah," but they know I don't drink, and they're like, "Yeah, you can't go." And I was like, "Dang it!" So I messed up my chance there but that was when I was like, dang, I think I was like,
I think you're 19.
19 or
we're
20.
the same age. Yes, we are. How old are you now?
no, we're not the same age.
Shit.
I'm 22.
So yeah, you're.
Yeah,
Well, I was 18.
You're 1 year younger than me, I think.
21.
No, how old are you right now? Yeah, so you're
Okay.
1 year.
That's what I'm
younger
saying.
than me.
I was 18 and you're 19.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so then yeah. Because this was in 2017. This was 3 years ago. Was 22, 30. I was 19. You were 18. Yeah. Yeah, so that's when I was like, I like started the whole. But the actual thing that had me like start planning was like my first trip to the convention. Like I had to make sure everything.
I want
was
to go
all
to
set,
like
bro.
vacation with like all the ex-employees.
Oh, bro, for sure. Like I'll set that up, bro.
Just to see.
I'll have everybody pay me for it though. I'm gonna start charging.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a fee for that. I'll be like, just give me a chicken,
I'll just give you the
plant-based chicken
10-piece
nugget, and we're all
chicken
set.
nuggets from McDonald's because it's not real chicken, you know. So
No,
it's the same thing. It is. You
It
just
is
don't
not
want
the
to
same
admit it.
no, it is
No,
not.
it's
It's still meat. It's still poultry. But hold on, I'm gonna look this up. Hold up, you got me tripping. Hold on. Is McDonald's?
You don't know how to spell
Where's
McDonald's?
McDonald's? Okay, McDonald's chicken nuggets, real chicken. Let me see. You can be confident that the meat found in McNuggets is 100% real chicken. All of our chicken McNuggets meet local regulations are set out by the government. Our McNuggets are made from 100% chicken breast with a few seasonings as well as a portion of chicken skin.
Well,
You see?
okay, now you can
So
just
it
close
is
your eyes
chicken.
and pretend it's not
It's
real
poultry. No, that's not the same. Oh my god, that's not the same, bro.
Well, I don't know how other way to pay. That's rated PG-13. Nothing. Never mind.
What do you mean?
Oh my goodness.
I didn't get it. No, but for sure, I'd for sure plan a thing because I know, talking about anime conventions, I know I got interviewed for an internship for an anime convention over there in Odessa, and I'm pretty hyped. Because she straight up told me I'm the perfect fit for the position she wants me in, which is a social media intern. And so the cool thing is that she told me is that I'll be able to meet the celebrities and the guests and the special guests for free because I'm on the social media department and I'll be like taking pictures of them, getting like content and stuff like that. So it's pretty neat. Like, I'm pretty hyped. She said she'll email me in a week, so like I'm really hyped. She said like I'm a perfect fit for it, so I'm taking her word for it. Like, I'm hella excited. If I don't get internship, I'm still gonna volunteer at the convention. I don't care. Like, that's just my whole thing because I want to create a convention.
I don't know. I'm not into anime as much.
I know you're not, because we were going to talk about a lot of anime in the last session.
Yeah.
And then the only one that you knew was what, Dragon Ball? Which, like,
yeah,
you only saw like a few episodes, like, and that's pretty much it.
I would watch Dragon Ball when my brother would be like at work or something, and like I don't know the whole story behind it, so like you'll just cut in, and then it's like Goku just I'm just like, okay, what the fuck is going on? And it's like last episode. Yeah, and then I'm like, and then
it's like, why is this guy
last
screaming?
Episode, I'm like, okay. But yeah,
I'll put you on some animes that are going on right now that are like pretty recent. Cause there's some really nice ones at the moment right now. Like, it all depends on the genre that you like. You know what I mean? Like the type of shows that you like.
Yeah, that show.
He's trying to get you into anime.
Yeah.
One Punch Man?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm trying to watch it right now, but it's still not like catching me. So,
like you're not able to catch up on it.
All the things right there, I'll be able to do it. But I don't know. I don't catch. Well, that's the reason why. I guess
you don't find it appealing at the moment, or you're just like caught up that you'd rather be playing like Call of Duty rather than watching anime.
I'm really into like cars and all that, so like Initial D, I guess. Initial D.
You're really into what?
Yeah, Initial D with like the
Initial D.
Oh, no, it's like
is that the one on Jack Black?
Something about cars, like drifting and racing and all that shit. So I mean, I'm like really into cars and shit. So,
okay.
Like when.
Okay, then I'll find some anime animes that have the whole theme of cars in it, and I'll send you them. There's a lot of them like that sometimes, I think.
The first time I watched that show, I watched it. I don't know what happened. I quit watching it. I don't know if I still like it or not.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll put you on some anime shows just to get you into it.
That 70s show. Yeah, like I'm stuck in those times.
Oh, the 70s show. Oh, those are classics, dude. I watched those too. Have you ever seen the show called Community? Bro, you need to watch it. It's on Netflix and it's hella funny, bro. It's like that type of show, like that 70s show, but it's based on a community college.
Yeah,
it's stupid funny, bro. Like Childish Gambino, you know him? That was he's in that show before, like while he was Donald Glover, like it was like before his whole breakthrough as an artist, I think, or like during in a way. But it's like I forgot how many seasons. It's like I want to say 6 seasons or 7, somewhere around there. But it's hella funny, bro. Like the first season, it's hella
Yeah, like,
funny. Like the
I
whole
already-
seasons are good.
And
Uh-huh.
I watched Drake and Josh again. I just got into Victorious.
So you're watching all these like
I mean, like,
Nickelodeon
remember-
shows and all.
Remember when I remember
That's not.
teen like, oh, I remember this movie so hard. Yes.
Do you
Yes,
remember
yes.
Zoe 101?
Yes.
Bro, that,
yes,
that
yes.
one was the.
I would always
good
make fun of
bro.
everyone else who would watch it, but then like I would low key go home and watch it. I'm like,
You talk trash about that
yeah,
community,
exactly.
but like
There you go.
low key, you were part
Like,
of the
oh, yeah.
community. and it's crazy how the one of the girls from Zoe 101 she became the main star in Victorious.
Yeah.
That was pretty neat.
That's
But
pretty
yeah,
funny.
Zoe 101 was a really good show, bro.
No, I think
Is
it's
it
on.
on Netflix? I don't think it's on
Hulu.
Netflix. Huh? Bro, if they,
I think I don't know.
I'll probably check because I have
Not
Hulu.
too sure.
But that's a good show. Have you ever heard of either
No.
Psych or Chuck? Bro, you need
I
to
don't
watch
have
those.
that.
I know Psych is on Amazon Prime, I think, and Chuck. Yeah, I know. Chuck, I think it's on. I don't know if it's on Netflix. I need to check, but it's a. These are like shows that were like around the same time with that '70s show in a way,
Yeah,
or a little earlier. But they're like really good, bro. I grew up watching those because my oldest brother, he'd like download shows and he'd put them on, and
because
pretty much
I
that's
remember
how I
when I
got
was
put
little,
onto some of the
with my
shows.
cousins would watch them. Like they're older than me by like many years, and that '70s show would come on. But like when I was little, I caught that
Uh-huh.
'70s show when like towards the end, like the last 10 episodes, I think. Because that's when the main dude goes to Africa, Eric,
Okay.
and like that's the
Oh, yeah,
time when
yeah,
I knew
Eric.
that '70s show. But then like since the series like already ended, I mean they weren't showing it anymore. And then when I started watching it on Netflix, I was like, "What the fuck? This is new." I was like all confused. I was like, "I don't remember this shit." But yeah, I was like,
It's like
This
this
is a
isn't where I
rip-off,
started
but-
off.
like I think after like the third episode, I was like, "This is pretty cool." It is.
That '70s show is a classic one, bro. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
There's so many shows that's like that are like that. If you look back at them, they're like very old in a way, and you're like, that's still like popular. Like Friends, obviously, Friends is like very popular still.
Oh, I remember Seinfeld.
Or like Seinfeld. Seinfeld's still popular.
I mean, I might sound kind of like
Seinfeld was pretty
I don't know
good,
if you should
bro.
say gay, but well, shit. I just had it in my mind, and now that I said that, I thought it was gay or some shit, and I like went out of my head. No, it was like another show, but it
You're
was
talking
like
about Seinfeld?
kind of like Seinfeld, but it was like other people.
That's kind of like every other show sometimes. It's
I don't
always
know.
going to be
I
different people
forgot
in
the name
different
of the
shows.
show. I mean, I'll probably like send you a text message or something when I remember. But dude, the show was
Yeah,
funny.
for sure.
It was like some
What
guy
was
that
it
was,
with
like, he was gay, and it was like this girl that had a really high pitched voice. No, it was another one. It was way
Was it
before
Modern Family?
See if I can find it.
I'm not sure then. I'd have to look into it. That's crazy, bro. So we are gonna be moving on to the next section, which we did post it earlier of asking our followers to ask us pretty much questions that you guys want us to answer. And let me just say, yeah, like I don't know what to think. So I'll let you
Okay.
answer this one. I'll let you answer this one because this is one of our followers commented, "Why are you gay?"
Oh, that's a hard one. There's many reasons why. Yes.
Many inches reasons why.
Uh,
Oh my god! And then what were you gonna say? What were you gonna say, Adrian?
hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Alright, bet.
Can you hear me?
What I was gonna say is
Yeah, I
that
can hear you.
I prefer being with
Alright.
other guys in like a group instead of being with girls because girls are more drama. So I guess being with more guys is more dramatic. I mean, more my
Really?
area. I'm just kidding. I'm the opposite. Too.
I would say I'm the opposite on that. I usually, yeah, I was about to say like I like to hang out a lot of girls more because I'm an emotional man, and like they're able to like give me advice and like that because if you talk with their boys, like the first thing you're gonna hear is gay. Like stuff like that, like boy, like I'm trying to get like some advice, like you know what I mean. And when you go to the girls, like they actually like help you out. So like that's why like I have more friends that are girls than guys. Like obviously, like I got guy friends like you, Nate, Kelly, like some of the like the OG friends. You know what I mean? But like if you see, I want to say my followers or my following on my personal account. It's way more women.
Yeah.
Like even on my Snapchat, it's way more women than men because like I'm more drawn more drawn to like that group. Like even though it might seem like I'm like even though sometimes I'll probably be called gay because I hang out with a lot of girls, like which is like I don't see what's wrong with hanging with a lot of girls, but like I'm not gay. Like that's just the thing. Like I'm just an emotional guy. You know what I mean? I'm more in touch with my feelings. So part two of the question, which same question but part two,
No.
is liking girls gay? No? Why is that?
Yeah.
Or I forgot to add the details that they said because you're basically liking a person that likes a dude.
It's a.
So does that make it's
No.
liking girls gay?
It'll only be gay if they had the same part as you. Like down there below the waist, if they had the same part as you, and you like that, then, I mean, okay. I guess that's what can.
Okay.
Yeah, in the nicest way I could possibly put it.
Or yeah, in the nicest way that you can possibly put it. No, I feel you on that. But I consider myself lesbian.
I guess I'm bi.
Yeah. So I like to. I hate you. No, but I like to joke around like that. Sometimes people think I'm gay, and I'm like, no, I'm just lesbian. I like girls. Another question is this one was really weird. Not weird, but like just out of nowhere. It's like how do I skin an animal with a knife? So you heard it here from Adrian. With a knife, you skin the animal. What type of animal?
I don't know.
Do you use a certain knife with?
Pocket knife for rabbits. But then like going up with like goats and shit, then it comes very specific. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you gotta like have like a bigger knife than a pocket knife, obviously. Pocket knife.
Like shave off the skin and you like put it in your face as a beard or some shit. I don't know.
That's creepy. That's creepy, bro. That's like leather. That's like saying like Leatherface. You know what I mean? Or Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Or whatever, like they just wear your skin on his face or whatever. Okay, we'll make sure you keep him a secret. Oh my god. Okay, so this one's coming from a friend of mine, Mikey, actually, and he knows this. This is like an inside joke between us. That triggers me in a way because he
Oh, I do
confuses
too.
vegan and vegetarian, and so he asked. So for those that are probably wondering, there's gonna be a little jumps and edits here. My phone restarted on me as soon as it said 20%, and I plugged it in to charge, and it just said, "Yeah, we're gonna restart on you real quick." So for those who are listening in on the podcast, it's gonna be a little like jumping from everywhere to everywhere a bit. So just wanted to let everybody know real quick before we go back to what we're talking about.
Stupid iPhone.
Shut up. But so we're gonna go back to the question, which was, is vegan and vegetarian the same thing?
Yes.
Why do you say that?
Because I can't tell the difference.
There's a major difference if you look into it.
I mean, I know there is a difference because isn't vegetarian just eating lettuce, well, just plants, and then vegans are like, well, I don't fucking know. You see what I mean?
No, continue. I want to see what you think a vegan is.
Isn't? Wait, what did I start off with? I said vegetarian, right?
You said vegetarians are the only ones that eat lettuce and plant stuff.
Yeah, because vegetarians, veggies. There you go, veggies.
Okay.
And then
what about
vegan.
vegans?
I'm trying to come up with a word with vegan, but I can't. But yeah, it's totally different. But I mean, they're still the same because it doesn't include actual meat.
You're not wrong about that, actually. Like being a vegetarian, you eat a lot of like plant-based stuff. A lot of alternate stuff. You can still drink milk. You can still eat eggs. In a more technical term, you don't eat. Because I found this out because if I really wanted to be a vegetarian, I found out because I always thought like, oh, vegetarians can still eat fish and chicken because they're not meat. It's poultry and seafood. But I looked more into it, and if you really want to be like a full vegetarian, you can't eat meat, you can't eat poultry, or you can't eat seafood. You can still like eat anything that's like dairy, like cheese, milk, obviously. And I even saw that was crazy is that you can still eat eggs because it's like it's not a chicken, like it's not a chicken in a way. I don't understand that part. Like I don't understand that part because. Like I'm like, isn't like an egg a chicken? But like, if you think about it, it's like, I don't know. I need to look more into it because that's what had me tripping. Because like, okay, so you can still eat eggs, but like, what about poultry, like chicken? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the thing that kind of had me confused. But like, I was like, okay. But vegans, on the other hand, they're die hard. Like. They don't eat anything that's been made by animals. So they don't eat cheese, they don't eat milk, they don't eat obviously anything that's been made by any animal. So
they can't even eat bacon?
No, hell no. Damn. That's what do you mean? That's meat. Okay. But like they can't eat anything that's been made by an animal. And so it kind of does, but at the same time it's a healthier lifestyle, if you know what I mean, because like you're cutting out all of like the stuff you don't really need in a way.
Yeah, but I mean, why live life? Life isn't forever, so why exclude all the good things? I mean, I understand if you like were born and you can't eat meat and everything, so you're like forced to be a vegan or vegetarian. Yeah. I forgot which one we're talking about.
Vegetarian, vegan.
But I mean, I understand that part, but why force yourself to just eat?
I mean, it's not more of it's not more of forcing. I think it's more of like a lifestyle because I want to say nowadays there's way more people that are vegetarian and vegan, like way more, because a lot of people I guess you can say, in terms of that went to that thing because they went to college and learned about all the stuff. Like they felt like this is something that should be changed in a way. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like I feel like because you go to university or college, you kind of change your whole mindset because of the stuff you're actually learning, not the stuff that is being withheld in high school.
I mean, like, yeah, it's cool that people like change their mind. Like, oh, these people hurt these animals just so we could eat, and so like messes with your brain, right? But I guess some people are just. I don't want to say it because it's gonna make me seem like a douche, but I'm gonna say it either way. Weak-minded, because I've been around it. I've seen animals get killed, chop their heads off and everything, just so me and my family can eat. And it never really messed with me. I was just like, well, that's the way how it's supposed to be.
Well, like I fully understand that part, that whole concept.
But like I said, like some people are weak-minded, I guess you could say. I don't want to say it like completely in general.
Yeah.
Like I had some cousins that like they love eating meat, but as soon as they see something like that, like they can't eat it, so they become like vegan, vegetarian people for like a whole month, and they go back to meat. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I get you. It's just people that are affected for like a momentarily of like seeing what some stuff happens in the background. Yeah. Like I understand that type of like that whole concept of what you're saying, because you're not really true vegetarian or vegan if you're only doing it because you saw one clip. You know what I mean? Like you got to be fully committed in a way. Like me, in a way, like I've pretty much not changed everything, but like obviously my diet, just eating more plant-based. Like I've held for my temptations of like wanting to eat meat or like chicken, because like I was so used to eating chicken because it was in a way better than red meats in a way. But yeah, that's just how I viewed it. But yeah, Mikey likes to trigger me sometimes when we're at work. Likes to confuse vegan and vegetarian on purpose. So but it was a little funny one. But another question is, have you heard of hentai?
No.
You've never heard of hentai?
Yeah.
So, how do I explain this? Because they said, is hentai art? Let me search up the definition, a proper definition in a way, just to explain what is hentai in a way. Okay, this is the definition for hentai in the dictionary, blah, blah, blah. A subgenre of the Japanese genres of manga and anime characterized by overtly sexualized characters and sexually explicit images and plots. So basically, it's animated porn.
Okay.
With the story.
So, okay.
Yeah. So the question is hentai art?
If they make it look like the real deal, then I get it.
Let me send you a photo. I'm gonna send you a photo.
I won't be able to look at it right now, because if I get out of it, if I like exit to look at the picture or whatever,
that's true.
It's gonna kick me out.
Okay. I'll send you a photo later on in the chat.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about it on the next session and see. We'll come back and see how you feel about it. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I will be honest, I'm not a huge fan of hentai, even though I'm an anime fan. I don't like hentai. I don't like any anime characters being, especially my favorite anime characters, being sexualized in a way.
Wait, is it like those like let's say Adventure Time, right?
Yeah.
So like, let's say, I think her name was like Fiona or some shit. I don't fucking remember.
The princess or whatever.
No, the girl version of Finn.
Oh yeah.
Is it like that, but like they like 10 times the boobs in the ass and shit?
In a way, that's a type of hentai. In a way, that's a type of hentai.
Because through Instagram, I've seen it, and like it would just,
yeah.
I mean, it would say like anime and all that other shit, but the hashtag whatever.
Yeah.
But if it's kind of like that, then no, I don't.
You don't think it's art?
No,
Nah, why is that? Because it's like just sexualizing stuff or what?
pretty much, and it's just giving people a free pass of how perverted their mind is.
Well, just to let you know, the Japanese it's called hentai, but in English, if you translate hentai, it means pervert.
Oh shit! Oh, I know Japanese.
So yeah, if anybody ever tells you hentai, yeah, you're a pervert.
Wow.
But
And,
like if they use it in the sense to say, oh, Adrian's a hentai, you know what I mean? Like obviously
Yeah.
that's gonna say like, oh, Adrian's a pervert. But if they say like, oh, there's a hentai of this character that they're talking about, like the anime porn.
Okay, I get you.
There
Well,
is
no.
some really scarring hentai. I will tell you that.
I know.
There's some. I don't know if you heard, but there's one that's called Boku no Pico.
No, I don't.
And there's a whole. They made three parts of it. 3 parts of it, bro. And I will be honest. I've watched a little bit of the first part, but I never got into where like the whole sexual stuff is. Because
Yeah.
like I will be honest. When I was like in middle school or like high school, barely high school, freshman high school, I did watch hentai just because, yeah, like it's porn, whatever, blah blah blah. But I was into it heavily, like I was just watching it for the sexualized stuff. But when I grew out of that, like because like I don't know, I felt uncomfortable in a way because I was like when I first saw like one of my favorite anime characters that I liked being sexualized, I was like, no, that's not it, chief. Like that's not it. Like I can't like let my favorite waifu, my favorite like anime character, you know what I mean, like be
Yeah.
sexualized. Nah, like so I stopped watching hentai, bro, like since like high school, bro. So like to this day, like I've seen like probably like a clip or something, but I don't like watching hentai, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like before on Instagram, like I used to follow this guy that did like a lot of art and everything.
Yeah.
Like he would draw like realistic people into cartoons and then cartoon people into realistic, blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
And it was always those awkward moments where you open your Instagram and then like you're
Yes.
and it's like that's the first thing you're seeing. I'm just like, I don't like this.
Yeah, it's not safe for work photos.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen it before, and when I started following this dude, like I started seeing it, but like it wasn't catching my interest. I was just like, no, this is gross, but it's cool.
And then imagine like opening your phone and you see
Yeah.
that, and then like your parents are there, you know what I mean, or like let's say your kids are there and they see it, or your girl.
And then I remember like in my old job, and like I'll be like at the truck stop, and I'll be like taking a doo doo,
Yeah.
and I mean I'll get out of the restroom, and then I remember I would go wash my hands, and I'll open my phone, and like I'm on Instagram, I'm scrolling, and then like I remember the last thing I'll see is a car. But you know how like Instagram, whenever you like have it off for so long, you'll like scroll back to the top.
Yeah.
Well, I remember all the times that I'll go to the restroom, I'll like wash my hands, and then I'll check my phone because I'll probably get another load or some shit. And then I'll open it, and like it'll scroll all the way to the top, and it's like right there. And like there was always a lot of people at that time because that's when it was like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, so everyone's coming out of work. So they're all waiting in the line. I'm just right there with my phone, full brightness and everything, so they can see what I'm seeing. So, like, it just made me feel like they thought I was in the restroom, like, jerking it or some shit. You know? So, after that,
So would you prefer having, like, the actual, like, porn or the hentai on your phone if somebody saw it? Which one would you prefer? Somebody seeing a hentai thing on your phone or like an actual porn thing?
I'm usually on Instagram. So if I guess I'll take the cartoon version because I could just be like, oh, well, I mean, it just popped up. But if it's like the real deal, then you're like, people know that you follow them or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
But I rather probably prefer the cartoon version for that sense, but for other reasons, the real deal.
Okay. I get you, man. I get you. Nah, that's why, like, I really don't follow a lot of accounts that have that type of stuff.
Yeah, I learned my lesson many times.
Oh yeah, dude. I feel you on that, and it's very awkward sometimes. Like,
Or even those freaking videos that you're like watching, it's like I can't believe
yes,
it. Found.
dude.
Like you click on it, it's like someone moaning, and it's like, what?
Yes, bro. I've gotten so many of those, like as like jokes, and I was like, bro, why would you send me that? But yeah, bro, it's crazy.
If you ever like, if anyone ever posted those, I just unfollowed right then and there. I'm just like, fuck that shit.
I'm not getting caught.
I remember so many times I would be taking a doo-doo in the freaking truck stops, and then like I'll be on Instagram in full blast volume and shit, and it'll be like one video I'm just like, oh shit, and I'll scroll more, then another video I'm just like, fuck. It was just like,
and you just gotta yell out loud. It's like, I'm not doing this, guys. This is not me.
and it sucked because like, I mean, I would like hold my breath, try and like quiet, and then once like I like quiet, like once I like lowered the volume or muted the video, like I'll remember to breathe, and I'll be like fuck. Like it was so many things that made it seem so wrong so many times.
Oh well, obviously, dude, and it's like I hated those videos sometimes.
Yes, I did.
Especially like if you're like near family.
Yeah,
that's the worst.
It's a serious moment too when someone's getting their ass chewed down. You're just like, I'm gonna go on Instagram. That's the first thing that you fucking hear.
You just hear a girl moaning, and oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
That's funny, bro. I hate those though. All right, so moving on to the next question is okay. This one's pretty interesting. Where do you hope to be or like see yourself from 5 years or 10 years or 15 years from now?
Probably still working at the police department, and probably transferring if I'm allowed. Like if they allow me to transfer, then I'll probably transfer to Austin.
Okay,
but that's if
they allow you.
Yeah, or probably even El Paso if my lady lets me. But
you gotta make sure the lady is okay with it.
Yeah, but if not, I mean, yeah, that's what I do. I really want to be in the police academy ever since I couldn't make it to the Marines.
That's what you see yourself from like 5 years from now.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. That's pretty neat. I would say I'd see myself probably either teaching or barely graduating from the university. No, actually no, because as soon as I transfer, I would only need like 2 years. So I would probably see myself already teaching in Japan because I want to become a teacher, like a teacher abroad. I want to go teach abroad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like in probably like 3 or 4 years from now. Once I get my bachelor's, I can go teach abroad. And I've already like researched heavily into that. And there's like so many programs where like they'll either reimburse you for your flight ticket, or some of them don't. But like some of the programs they'll pay for your housing. Then they'll still pay for your like they'll still pay you monthly, and then I think like some of them like pay for your phone stuff. Like there's some programs that are really good. Like if you want to go teach abroad, bro. And it's a 2-year commitment, and that's like what I plan on pretty much doing and envisioning myself like from there. Or if not, like I still see myself doing that. And also, if this podcast like lasts that long, or if this podcast like gets really big, like I'd still probably be doing a podcast too, like as a side like hobby thing, just to like with the boys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never know. Some people might change from the podcast. Some people might leave. We'll probably have new people later on.
Or I'll probably die.
Shut up.
You never know, bro. You never know.
I know you never know, but like that's shut up. But yeah, that's where I probably see myself teaching already in Japan, living over there.
That's cool.
Honestly, like I'm just hyped for Japan. That's like my whole thing, bro.
Eat noodles 24/7.
Honestly, bro, I was watching a podcast from one of my favorite YouTubers called Anime Man. I don't know if you're. I'm pretty sure you haven't heard of him because you don't watch anime.
No.
Yeah, so he started a podcast with two of his buddies, YouTuber buddies, called I think it was like Trash Talk or I forgot, it was like Trash Taste or something like that. And so on this recent episode, they were talking about like how long it took them to like actually get like the two of the YouTubers are like non-Japanese citizens, and the Anime Man, he's like he has a citizenship in Japan and in Australia because he's like he was born in Japan and then I think raised in Australia or something like that. So he's half. And so like it was easier for him because obviously he already had his Japanese citizenship. So it's I find it very fascinating, like a little like all the stuff that they were talking about, just like the little cons and the pros and how long it took for the paperwork and just the simple like from my understanding, Japan is way formal in like pretty much every little thing. Like I know they were talking about like when they were getting like a gym membership there in Japan, they made you read the terms and policy or whatever, like, and you'd be there for like a good hour reading all of it.
I feel bad for people that don't know how to read or have dyslexia.
Yeah, and so but the thing is, like, since they were foreigners, like the guy I think was like translating for him, so like that's why they were there for like an hour long. The guy was reading it to him, and you got to sit there, read the whole thing, accept it, blah blah blah, and that was just for a gym membership.
Got me.
And so, like, yeah, it's like a lot of things. Like it's way formal in Japan. Like, I really would love to live in Japan and continue teaching there, because, like, after the 2-year commitment, like, let's say a private company wants to hire me, I can stay there longer. And so that's why, like, I want to live in Japan. If Japan doesn't work out, I'd come back, live in Colorado, though. Back in Colorado. Either that or plan C, live in Cali, because I loved Cali. That's
Cali.
probably where shut up. California. Not Kelly, California. But yeah, that's where I probably see myself, honestly. I honestly do see myself probably getting married in like the next probably 3 to 4 years. 3 years probably.
That's cool.
Like I don't know. I'm like the hopeless romantic type. So
next thing we know, we're gonna have a podcast, and all you're gonna be doing is just talking Japanese, and we're just gonna have our own podcast. Like, hey, Kelly, how you doing? All right, cool. What about you, Nate? Cool. Hi, mate. And you're just gonna be with some Japanese word. All right, kick it.
Ohio.
Kick.
Just like itadakimasu. Like, yeah.
Goodbye.
Oh my god, bro! But yeah, honestly, bro, that's probably where I see myself in like the next 5 to 10, 15 years.
Damn, dude.
That's like in October, I'm actually planning on moving back to Colorado just to do my university in Colorado, because the embassy. There's a whole reason for it. One of the reasons is because I was raised there. I want to go back to where I was raised in Colorado. And the second reason is because the embassy of Japan, the closest one, is in Denver. And once I have to submit my stuff to go teach abroad, I have to take the stuff to the embassy. And the closest thing is Denver. And it's like where I'm going to be at, it's like 30, like almost an hour away.
Mm.
So like that's why it's one of the best reason I would say is why I'm actually moving back home to Colorado.
Well, yeah, Colorado's pretty nice too. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it's beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
I miss it so much. Like right now, it would be fresh. It would be cold. I love cold weather, bro.
Me too.
Like, for the amount of like I've been here in El Paso for probably like 13, 12 years. I'm still not used to the heat, bro. Like, I hate the heat so much. Like, I love my room because I bought a new air conditioner and I put it in my window, and I have a little fan just to like keep it like all regulated in my room. And oh my gosh, I love when it's cold, bro.
Dude, Midland is way worse than El Paso. The
Oh,
heat over
bro,
here is
I
just
wouldn't doubt it.
oh. Even night times, whenever I would have to go out at night to go load up, like I mean, I'm wearing jeans, boots, a shirt,
Your whole
like
cowboy
two shirt-
suit.
like 2 shirts, and I still have to wear my FR shirt, like a requirement shirt, whatever. So like, I mean, I'm burning up too, but I mean, once you go out there, dude, like you could feel your mouth get super dry at the same time.
Oh,
like,
bro, I wouldn't
you-
doubt it. It sucks.
yeah, it does. But
That's-
yeah,
that's-
here at the house, we keep it cold. Like every night, it's freaking cold as shit in our room.
Is it cold right now?
I'm not in my room right now,
Oh, okay, that's true.
and we turned it off because my child took a shower.
Oh, okay, so just so it doesn't get sick.
Yeah, so right now it's kind of burning up, but
Right
I
now,
mean-
I'm sweating balls, but it's all good.
I'm on a tank top and shorts, and that's it. Trying to keep cool.
That's like if a girl like asks you what you're wearing and you're just like oblivious to the question. She's like, "Yeah, I'm wearing a tank top and a shirt."
Yeah, I don't care.
Nah, bro. Honestly, the next question. Okay, this one's more of a interesting, serious question in a way. That the person DM'd me the question actually. So it says, "Hey, I have a great way to to start a fight between people on this podcast. Why is that 9/11 Muslims were at fault for it, yet we don't see that every Muslim would do this? Yet when a cop kills one black man, every cop is the same. Answer me that." This is more of a serious topic, just because with most recent, pretty much, tragedies and events going on.
Mhm.
And the question itself is pretty much answered. There's been a lot of hate with Muslims as well since 9/11 happened. There's been the whole TSA, there's been stories, countless stories of many Muslims being subjected to pretty much the whole, what's it called, the check, where they're there longer than they should be, being interrogated, blah, 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 questions and all that. So pretty much, yeah, Muslims were pretty much treated like as bad as it could be in a way because of that one incident. So it's kind of like the same thing here with pretty much the killing of pretty much George Floyd and many others. It's not just one cop that's killed one black man or black woman. Like, it's been multiple occasions.
Yeah.
And obviously it's gonna look bad on the cops. Like come on, like,
Unfortunately.
kind of unfortunately, especially because there are cops that are good, that have done really good and everything, and because of those cops that do and occur so many of these incidents of so many victims, police brutality and everything, it's made the whole view on the cops pretty much bad pretty much. And I feel like that pretty much answers it itself in that question, because there's always going to be racism. There's always going to be a lot of that, and I hate it. I hate to hear it. And that's why, like, I'm glad. Me personally, I'm glad the officers were arrested. I'm glad there's the Breonna Taylor law that was pretty much implemented now. I don't know if you've heard of it. There's a new law. Let me look it up real quick. I don't know the exact details of it, but there's a new law called the Breonna.
Yeah, I heard of it, but I don't know like what it consists of.
Yeah, so pretty much the law. Yeah, the new Breonna Taylor law will ban no knock warrants, because the whole Breonna Taylor, the police, I don't know if anybody has heard the story, but the police pretty much knocked in the wrong house and she was asleep, from my understanding. So, and pretty much they shot her and she was unarmed and everything, and she's pretty much dead in her own home in March. This was in March. And so let me find real quick.
Yeah, that sucks.
It really sucks, man. Like, just what the whole racism and believe it or not, man. Like, from what I was reading, I don't know how long ago, like a few days ago or so, that they barely. I think they're trying to pass a law that states the KKK is a terrorist group, which it's very crazy that they're barely passing that, like trying to pass that now when this should have been passed so long ago, bro. Like, just with the whole thing, and
should have been the first thing they should have done.
it should have been like this should have been done before the whole 9/11, before all of this. But you know how the whole country was pretty much all of our presidents before Obama were pretty much white individuals. And I'm not saying they were all bad, but it was just there should have been change before many things. But yeah, honestly, like it sucks. It really does suck that like all this is happening. But it's a great thing that everything is coming out now. Especially, did you? I don't know if you saw the Ahmaud Aubrey case, where he was just jogging and these white people that were in their trucks, they were just like chasing him down in a way, and they shot him and everything. I don't know if you saw that video, and oh my god, bro! Like with this whole stuff going on, my heart.
Didn't he go into a house or like under construction or some shit like that?
I'm not sure. I know he was jogging. He was just like doing his exercise.
I think I'm thinking of someone else. I don't remember, but I know that there's one where a guy walked into like a house that he thought was under construction because they had like the garage door open and he saw like wood and shit, so he went in just to like take a peek. And after that, he went running again or some shit because he was doing his exercise, I guess. And the people were just like, "Hey, get your guns!" And they chased him and they shot him like right there.
I'm not sure it was that. I'll probably look into it because I don't. I remember seeing the video and I just my heart ached for this country because that happened and I want to say I don't know if it was in February or January, and it barely got surfaced in like March. I want to say.
Yeah,
and they finally got arrested. The individuals who shot up the black Aubrey, and it just sucks, man, because there should have been way more change, way more everything, bro. Because there's been the amendments been passed to abolish slavery, and I know I actually found this out from my advisor. She was telling me about Juneteenth, and what I found out was that Texas was the last state to abolish slavery. And I find that very interesting because I'm like, I really didn't know that, and that really surprised me when she told me that, and that just I don't know, man. I really, me as a person, I hate racism. That's just me. Like I hate people who are racist towards obviously race and gender or anything like that, bro. Like I just hate it. And I'm glad everybody's protesting right now. It's been, I think, the 12 days or 13 days of protesting still. That there's still people marching and protesting till this day.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for that, bro. Like,
I mean, yeah, it's cool that people are doing that, but there's also the stupid people that are breaking into stuff and all that shit.
Well, the crazy thing about that is that there's, from videos that I've seen, is that there's actual police people that are actually instigating the whole looting, breaking businesses and everything. There's videos that surfaced up with undercover cops in the protest, just standing there, and they're instigating everything, bro. Like, from all the videos I've seen, like, it's like, I know you're wanting to be a cop and everything, but like, it's because of those bad cops that leaves this whole image on cops that cops are bad. Well, obviously because of all this police brutality. Yeah. And it just sucks, man. Like, and yeah, I'm just, to answer the question, that pretty much answers the question.
I mean, like, all right, so I understand both people's point of view, like the cops and the individual people. Like, yeah, what that cop did, like getting on the knee, not on the knee, but on the neck of George Floyd and all that.
Yeah.
Like, all right, that's bad. But you just, like, whenever a cop pulls over someone in a car, I mean, they never know. Especially when people got, like, full-ass tint and everything like that. Like,
Yeah. I understand that, but
I think just last year, when that guy just shot that cop here in Midland because he got pulled over just because of a warrant.
yeah.
And he just did a full crazy shooting spree. I mean, that cop didn't know what was going on, so now he
No,
lost his
like
life.
I fully understand that point of view, that
I mean, like,
concept and everything.
I'm okay
but-
with, like, whenever people get pulled over, like, cops don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I understand. And then people just, like, make it worse when they're being, like, really twitchy and nervous and everything like that. But, I mean, you also got to see it their point of view. Like, they can't see inside your tent if you have, like, really dark tint. And then they also can't see, like, what's below the window seal. So, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I get,
I get that whole point of view. I fully understand that.
that's why I'm, like,
because-
on both sides. Like, I understand. Like, cops are scared
Yeah.
for their own life, but also people are scared for their own life because of what other people did with the cops. You know?
Yeah. I fully understand that, and I just want to reiterate that many of these victims, they were unarmed.
Yeah.
And all the police brutality, it's been bad, bro. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, because of these bad cops, it made the whole image of cops bad.
Yeah.
There's obviously good officers.
Yeah, I mean,
but
there's another reason why I want to join is because I want to be like a cop. I mean, I know I'm just going to be a small voice, but I want to at least do something to change it, you know?
yeah,
I mean, use my patience, use my calm voice, I guess you can say.
uh-huh.
And I mean, I want to be able to just use it that way and like try and teach other, like probably become a recruiting officer and teach them that way instead
Yeah.
of just always combat ways, you know?
Yeah, I fully understand and I respect that, because it does as much as you think. If you have a little voice, it's a big voice for the community.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not just trying to do it just to like be like a town hero or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, like so many things I've seen, many years, like all 21 years of living. It just sucks always hearing about all these crazy shootings and shit, or crazy deaths. So
yeah, no, I fully understand that, but what's it called? Just going on that whole subject. For those listening on our podcast, we did pretty much inform everybody that we will be donating all of the proceeds, any funds that we are to be given during our whole streaming on the podcast episodes and everything. All of our funds are going towards the whole Black Lives Matter cause and any organization towards that movement. So as a group, as Elevator Talk, as us individuals, Jaime, Adrian, Kelly, Tyler, and Nate, we've all pretty much agreed as a good cause, a change that should be happening, and a cause that we feel like we should be fighting for as well, as for individuals, not ourselves, but it's also for next generations individuals. And so, like, we would just wanted to reiterate from our post on our Instagram that we are for this movement for Black Lives Matter, and we see you guys. We are not ignoring anything at all. We are here for you guys, for the movement, and we will be donating all of our proceeds of our streams this whole year towards the movement.
yeah,
So moving on to the next question, which pretty much is still tied into the whole Black Lives Matter. From the same person is like, also another question: if people start rioting and start destroying people and hurting people, why do they act like little bees and play the victim card? What is your take on that?
attention. Yeah, just I mean, they're just finding ways just to like hurt others just because they got hurt before.
Yeah,
You know?
No, I feel like many of the people who are writing and destroying businesses, they're not really there for the cause in a way. They're really like messing up. Like I understand the big corporation business, like Target and everything. Like there's a lot of businesses that have insurance for these like cases and everything.
Yeah.
But when it's like a small store, like a small store with a small business owner and everything, like why would you like break their store? Like many of these small businesses don't even have insurance, like the insurance that covers that because of the price.
Yeah.
And it disgusts me sometimes, most of the time, because many of the looters are there just for free stuff.
Yeah.
But many of the protesters that are actually there, that are the good ones, actually help and stop those who are looting and rioting in a way. And I fully support that. And like, there's a lot of people that I saw in those videos. There are a lot of white people stealing stuff. And I was like, you guys are really doing this during this time? Like, it's just stupid, bro. There was this one I saw, a video I saw, like, it was like a skateboarding store, I think. And this white guy, like, jumped out with the skateboard that he just stole. And one of the individuals from the protest, he pretty much took that skateboard away from him, told him some stuff, and then put the skateboard back in the store. And so I'm all for those people that are those that don't want to loot, don't want to like destroy stuff. There was actually there was somebody that was streaming, that I saw a video that was streaming, and it was very bad on him, because when they were like marching, and there was like, I think it was an ambulance or something like that on their side, and the guy's like pretty much the guy's yelling, he's like, oh, let's flip this car, this truck or whatever. Bad call, bro. Like, he legit regretted it as soon as he said it, because everybody attacked him, because like, are you serious? You really want us to flip this, blah blah blah? Like, do you understand all this, blah blah blah, like everything? And like, they were telling all this guy attacking him because like he was instigating it.
Yeah.
And he was streaming that live, and the people on his chat was telling him like, run, like, get away, blah blah blah. And I'm like, and he started running because a lot of people was like yelling like, hey, this guy's trying to start like stuff, blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, like, why would you say that? Out of all the times, like, why would you do that? Like, this is like, there's people there at the protest that are just to get, like, let's say the clout because you're protesting or looting stuff and everything. Like, I just find it disgusting.
Yeah.
This is very stupid, bro.
It really is. Yes. All this is making me mad.
It really is, bro. And I'm all for the cause.
But
I'm
to know
all for
that
the movement.
2020 is going to be in the history books, I'm okay with it.
2020 is going to be another what?
In the history books.
Oh, well, yeah, dude. It's going to be in the history book. So, and our next generation is going to be on the updated history book. And our kids are going to ask us, oh, Daddy, what happened in 2020? And you're going to have flashbacks or PTSD. The coronavirus, the Ebola coming back, the protests and everything. Like,
I lost
Kobe dying.
I lost so many Warzone games that time.
I hate you. But yeah, this 2020 is a crazy year, man. I think there was this post of saying that, like, oh, Kobe Bryant kept the whole peace. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as Kobe Bryant died, bro, all of this started.
True.
Like,
Coronavirus, and then
the coronavirus, and then all of more killings of unarmed black individuals. Like, oh my god, bro! And then Ebola's coming back too.
Really?
I don't know if you. Yeah, bro, you didn't see that?
Nope. Shit,
yeah, bro, Ebola's coming back, bro.
Fuck.
Like, yeah, it's crazy, bro. They're Ebola and coronavirus are teaming up. They're tag teaming on this. But yeah, bro, it's crazy funny. It's crazy, bro. This whole year.
I didn't even know that about the fucking Ebola.
Yeah, but I don't know where exactly, because I know that it was trending. I forgot, on Twitter. I think it was trending on Twitter, obviously, and Ebola came back, and I was like, dang, that's crazy. But yeah, that pretty much answers that question. We got a little off topic, but that pretty much answers that question. But yeah, this was the last question. Let me see. I think I just got one. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah. So we kind of answered this one in the beginning. Where do you want to travel the most?
Where?
Yeah. Where do you want to travel the most?
Well, I don't know, honestly, because, I mean, I've been through basically all 50 states, and I liked every single one of them the most.
Which one would you want to go to more, though? Like, that's in your head that you're like, oh, I need to go back.
I don't know, it's because, like, Texas itself has so much to show for.
Offer.
Yeah, offer. Like, Texas itself could be, like, everything from the east side to the west side and whatever. Like it has everything in it, but it still feels good to get out of the state, you know?
True.
So it's like in between. Like, I don't know. I mean, if I was on a budget, I guess you can say, I'll stay in Texas.
Stay in Texas, the good old state of Texas. Yeehaw.
Yeah. And I mean, if money was nothing.
If money wasn't an issue.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to say Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah, because Arkansas is kind of like Denver, Colorado, I guess. And like it's so much nature. You can go out, you can walk, you can enjoy it, and everything like that. So, Arkansas.
Okay. That's pretty neat. I don't think I've been to Arkansas yet. I think I haven't been. I haven't been to all 50 states. I haven't been to any. Like, I think to a lot of them. I've been pretty much staying close to Texas in a way. The farthest I've driven was I think Cali. Like me driving personally was to Cali. But longest was to I think
the only
Alabama.
States that I haven't gone to is Montana, Oregon, and Hawaii, and some other state that's in between Montana and Oregon. I don't know my states in order, but I know it's like that top portion before getting to Canada.
True. Now, I think where I would like to travel the most was because I have actually been traveling the most to is Cali, California. It's between California and Colorado, but more towards California because of I want to say the anime conventions. That's the only reason why I'm leaning more towards California because of everything that they have there. I've been to San Francisco, bro, and San Francisco is beautiful, bro. San Francisco, but my favorite city in California is Pomona. Pomona, California is beautiful to me, bro. And like, oh my gosh, like that's where I wouldn't mind living in Pomona. Like not downtown Cali or anything, like Pomona. Like Pomona's like an hour and a half or like 2 hours away from LAX, the airport. But it's beautiful there in Pomona, bro. Like it's very nice. But I think Cali would be the place I would like to travel the most to, which I actually am planning on to. I have like 2 yearly trips every year to Cali, to California. So I have the one in I have the one in January, which is like on my birthday weekend. It's always on my birthday weekend, so it's like a little present to myself. And then the other one is in July, like the first week of July. That I'm there, so I celebrate like
that's cool.
4th of July.
Do they do like a big old thing over there or no?
Honestly, I didn't pay attention. I think let me tell you the story about California, bro. Like it's crazy because you know how I told you like I'm a huge perfectionist when it comes to planning, right? And so I had a scheduled itinerary of like where we'll be, what time we'll get there, blah blah blah, all this stuff. So I told everybody we'll meet us at McDonald's downtown because it's on the way towards Cali. So we get there, and I think it's 7, and what's it called? We're waiting. We get something to eat at McDonald's first. I tell him like, oh, make sure you guys get something to eat or like something to drink. Stay up, blah blah blah. So we leave at 7. All right, on the dot, we leave at 7. I do a little prayer before we leave because you got to make sure we're safe on the travel and everything. And we're leaving. I'm in front because I'm like the main car, so I stay in the front. My one of the cars was in the middle, and the third car, which like was a rental, we made that one stay in the way back just to make sure like everything's all good. And so we did that, and I kid you not, bro, I drove pretty much, I want to say 3/4 of the way, like half of the way, and Nathan drove the other half. So when I was driving, and Nathan can vouch for me, like, because he was my passenger at the moment. So we're driving, bro, and it's like night, bro, like hella night, hella dark and everything, bro. And it's like probably 10 or something. I'm like 4 to 5 hours in driving, and we make a stop at a gas station, put our first gas in, blah blah blah, and we start driving again, and I start getting sleepy in a way. So like I'm tripping now. I'm tripping balls, bro. I kid you not. Because no. Worse. So I'm driving and I see the floor, like the street glitch, and I'm like, yeah. So I'm tripping balls. Like I'm like, what just happened? And so I look at Nathan, and Nathan's looking at me because he saw my expression of like what like of me like being shocked. And I look at him like, hey bro, did you see that? He's like, what? I was like, okay, I'm good then. So I had Nathan like worried the whole time. I'm tripping balls. So I keep on driving. Next thing you know, I see a sign, but it disappears like out of nowhere for like I see it for like a quick second, and it disappears, and I'm like tripping, bro. Like it was bad. And I tell Nathan, I'm like, hey bro, like did you see that? He's like, what? Like I didn't see anything. I'm like, okay, then I'm good. So after all this happens, picture this, like I'm driving, and then I get all the way up to the steering wheel, and I'm like, my head's like above, like I'm like sitting perfectly straight up just so I can like stay awake. So Nathan's looking at me, and he's like worried. Like I'm tripping balls, like I'm seeing the floor glitch, I'm seeing everything, bro. It's like bad. So that's happening, and I start like
God,
blink, and my eyes stay shut for a good minute. Yeah. And I'm driving, bro, and I'm like getting tired, bro. I'm like, what's going on? Like I was energetic like the first 3 hours, but like it started like dying off, bro. Like my adrenaline like just like stopped. It's like, hey, like you need to chill out. And so while that's going on, that's happening, and bro, I kid you not, I wasn't driving slow. I kind of did. I was driving behind the semis, and we have a group chat, so we're staying and communicating just to make sure everybody's all good. And so they're behind me with 2 other cars, and one of them, the car in the middle, calls me, and they're like start screaming at me in Spanish, saying like, whoever's like driving slow behind the semis, you know, you can pass the semi, blah blah blah, all this stuff, right? So I'm like, oh my bad, like. So I pass the semi, and I stay on the left side for like a good while, and then I start slowing down. I start going like 60, 50, whatever. And I kid you not, like it's bad. So I kid you not, and I close my eyes for a quick second. Like I blink, and it stays cut for like a quick second, and then I open them up, and there's you know the cops like the lights, they turn on me, and I was like, oh no. I was like, was I driving fast? Was I driving like too slow, or what's going on? So I get on the right side, and the dude just like passes me like nothing. The cop, like he just like drove like right past me like fast. And I'm like, oh my god, this dude just wanted me to get on the right hand side. Like he was basically telling me like, yo, you're driving slow. So the next gas station that we stop at, like I'm hella tired.
How long have you been awake?
We stop at a gas station, and
what?
Oh,
I mean, bro, like the whole time, day? Were you awake the whole day too, or what?
Oh, like yeah, bro. I was awake the whole day. I will tell you this. Before I
Who?
left, I was holding hands with somebody,
Yeah, okay.
and that kind of got me tired. It was yeah, and what's it called? So yeah, that got me tired before the whole trip. I'm not gonna lie. And so what's it called? So we stop at a gas station because one of the cars didn't fill up their gas. So I'm like, okay, so we stop, and I tell Nathan, I'm like, hey bro, can you drive? He's like, yeah, I got you. So and I tell I had a third passenger in my car, and I tell him, hey bro, like, can you pop in the passenger seat, stay awake with Nate so I can get some sleep? He's like, yeah, I got you. I kid you not, like 10, 20 minutes into the drive, the dude in the passenger seat, he's like knocked out. And I'm like, God damn it. Like, I was trying to rest, and so I stay up the whole time with Nathan, making sure he's all good. So I kid you not, the whole time, I don't sleep at all. And it was like a 15, 14-hour drive. It turned into 16-hour drive because of some stops, and my car started overheating and stuff. But yeah, I let him drive. I let Nathan drive for a good while till we got to Phoenix, I think. We got into Phoenix. We passed through New Mexico quick because we were like at the way bottom of New Mexico. Like we passed through it like quick, like nothing. Oh my God, bro! Arizona took the longest. Like we once we got to Phoenix, I was like I kind of took a little nap, but I didn't. I stood up with Nate, and then what's it called? I got in the passenger seat because we did let the third passenger drive. But he got tired in like an hour and a half, and he was swerving. I was like, nah, bro, like you need to pull over. Like we gotta switch. Yeah, it was very horrible, bro. I kid you not.
You at least had some help, dude. I was by myself the whole time.
No. Like I get that, bro. Like I could have driven the whole thing by myself too, in a way, if I wasn't tired.
I mean,
like,
that ain't no excuse.
If I didn't like tire myself out before we left. I know. So that happens, and so I let Nathan drive. I get passenger, and I stay up. And the guy in the back, he knocks out, and I'm like, bro, like you've been knocked out the whole time. Like, what's going on? So we're just driving. We get into Phoenix. Me and Nathan are just chilling, talking, and then as soon as we got into Phoenix, we switched. Cause I'm like, no. As soon as we got out of Phoenix, like the last 500 miles or something like that to California, we switched. So I drove like the last 500 miles to California, and it was already like in the morning in a way. Like it was already like 3-4 in the morning. Like the sun was coming out. We did take a stop. Like we did rest at a McDonald's like for like an hour and a half or so. But like I didn't sleep, bro. Like I couldn't sleep. So like I was awake. Me and like 2 other people were awake the whole time. Like we didn't sleep at all. And so the whole thing, like we got through to Cali. We were already like separate. Like we were driving like separately. Like we weren't driving in our formation anymore. Yeah, it was. There's a whole story for that. And so we get to California. We meet up at a McDonald's, and that happens. We go to the hotel. I go to the hotel that I booked, right? And I'm like checking in, and they're like, "Oh, we canceled on you." I was like, "Hold up, yeah." So they canceled on us, and I'm like, "Bro, like what?" Like they're like, "Yeah, like we sent you an email, like you didn't have the sufficient funds." I was like, and I straight up told him, like, it's just a matter of me transferring the money. Yeah. Like, legit, just me transferring the money, because I had all the money. So and I was like, they're like, oh, do you still want to book? And I was like, oh, well, let me go talk with my group. That hotel was shady, bro. I kid you not. So, I don't know, I forgot what hotel it was called, bro. It was, like, very shady. It was like I don't know what it was called, bro. So I ended up finding a hotel that was like probably $200 like dollars less, and it was very nice, bro. But the thing that sucked is that when we got there, the check-in was until like 3 p.m. or something like that. So we went to go eat at this famous chicken restaurant that was like right there by the hotel. And we get there, we eat, and then we go back to our cars, and we're like, oh, I call the place. I'm like, hey, are you guys ready for us so that we could like check in already and put our stuff and everything? They're like, oh, what is the check-in time? We're like, oh, 3 p.m. And they're like, oh, give it till 3 p.m. I was like, ah, dang it. So like we're legit sitting in our cars by the hotel, and it's not a like hotel. It was like a shared hotel. Like, it was like apartments in a way. And so we're there outside in our cars. It's hot, bro. It's hot. So we're chilling. Nah, bro, we weren't trying to wait. I wasn't trying to waste the gas. Because, bro, as soon as we got there to Cali and I filled my gas tank, bro, it was like $40.
I forgot.
It was close to $50, bro. And I was like, dang, bro, this is like crazy. And so we're chilling there on the side. We're parked, the 3 cars, and we're chilling in our cars. We're relaxing. We all fall asleep, bro, in our cars. And keep in mind, we got there to California, like at the hotel, like at 11. And we ate, and we got out of the restaurant like at 1. We're just waiting. So we slept in our cars, bro. And my windows were like, I didn't have my AC on. Like, I think the other 2 cars, the other 2 cars I think did, but I was like, I'm not wasting gas. Hell no. So I left my windows down, bro, and we fell asleep. All 3 of us fell asleep in my car with my windows down, bro. And when I woke up, I was like panicking, bro, because I'm like, oh dang, like I need to make sure everything's here.
Yeah.
Like I was tripping out because I left the windows wide open. And everything was all good and everything. We check into the hotel, like the shared hotel. It was nice, bro. Very nice. Like, that's the same hotel that I'm trying to book for next year's convention in July. But, like, it's been reserved. Like, it's been, like, constantly reserved. Like, I need to call the place to see, like, if I can book through phone or something like that. But the thing is, though, that hotel requires you to pay up front first. Yeah, and that's something that sucked. I'm like, well, we'll get the money, like, blah, 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 all the stuff. But yeah, that whole trip was nice. The way over there, like, it was
you
nice.
You should just left your car and just film,
bro. Like, legit, halfway to... No, legit, halfway to California, like, on our way there, when my car started overheating, I was having a breakdown, bro. Because I'm like, bro, like, we're too far in to turn around. I'm like... so done because my car started overheating, and I'm like, we're too far in, like we can't go back. Like I can't even call my brother to come and help out with the car if I wanted him to come and help me out. Like, we're like 300 miles away from California, bro, and I'm like, we're too far in. So like, I didn't have any antifreeze. That's what messed me up. So I put water in because I didn't have any. And so it lasted till like we got through to California. I bought some antifreeze.
Did your car chew through antifreeze or what?
Like, it was a very good trip.
Does your car chew through antifreeze? Like, does it like waste your antifreeze or what?
No, it's because I didn't have any before. Like, I didn't put any before we left.
You have to like refill it every now and then or what?
That's what messed me up. I think so. Like, I need to double check because I don't think it wastes it. It's just I didn't have any at all. Like, I didn't take care of my car until like probably like 3 weeks before the trip. I was like getting everything changed on my car. Like, I'm very bad on my car.
Holy shit!
Like, I haven't even changed my oil, and it's like I haven't changed it since. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't changed it since that Cali trip last year in July. Like I'm not even kidding. Like, I haven't even put any oil. Like I even check my oil and it says I still got oil. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good then. But I know you gotta switch out your oil like every 6 months or something like that. Something like that, yeah. But yeah, like, I haven't bro.
I take so much good care of my truck. Like, even like probably 1,000 miles before it's time for it for me to change its oil, I change it. Like,
Yeah, bro. I'm not a very car type person. Like my family, they're mechanics, bro.
I mean, I
They know
get you.
everything
Like,
about
it's
cars,
cool.
bro. And I don't know
But-
anything. I I kid you not. On our way back to Cali, from Cali to El Paso, the second car broke down, and the timing belt, whatever, like it was loose. And so I kid you not, I was mad because I told everybody I'm not babysitting. Like I told them like even before the trip, I'm like, I'm not babysitting. Like you guys got to make sure you guys got everything all checked. Like I have like the whole trip thing checked.
Yeah.
You guys gotta make sure your guys' cars are all good. Blah blah blah. All this stuff. Like when we got there to California and we parked our cars in the hotel and everything at the place that we were staying at. I told one the car that broke down. I told him like, hey, like your car looks like it has like it's getting a flat tire, and they're like, oh, okay, I'll let this person know. Blah blah blah. I was like, okay. The day we're leaving from the convention to El Paso, because we're like, oh, like we left, like we're planning on leaving at 2 p.m. so we can get to El Paso like in the night and we'll be all good. Blah blah blah. And so we had this all planned out. We meet at Denny's. We eat our food first because we're all hungry, and then we go and leave. And so I kid you not, me and my other friend that had the rental car, we get there at Denny's. We're there. We ordered. The second car that I told you that was breaking down, that had the flat tire, messaged us in the group chat like, hey, we got a flat tire. We're going to put in some air. And I was like, I told you guys to check your guys' car. Okay, so that happens. The first thing that happens, like we're just eating. Like we're not even eating yet. Like we just finished placing our order. That happens, and then after that flat tire thing, they like on our way to Denny's to us, they tell us, "Oh, the car is overheating. Like it's overheating." I was like, "Okay, put some water in it for now." Just for now, so you can last, so that we can go to like tripping or whatever. Because I bought my own antifreeze because my car will start overheating. I bought it from my own car. I straight up said that because they said like, "Oh, don't you have antifreeze?" I was like, "Yeah, I do for my car." But they were so insisting that I give them my antifreeze. You know what I mean? So I told them straight up like, no, put water in your anything, and you can go buy an antifreeze right now. Blah blah blah, all this stuff. And keep in mind, we were planning on leaving early. We just placed our food to eat, and this all happened. And then I was like, okay, guys, I'm going to go check to see what's wrong. I leave my card with one of my friends. I'm like, hey, can you pay for my food? And tell them, like, to put it to go, blah, blah, blah. And so that happens. I go meet up with them at the car or whatever. And their car, like, it locked on them. Like, it wasn't moving. The car wasn't moving at all. And I'm like, okay. But I'm mad. I'm telling you, I'm mad because I told them, like, make sure you guys check your cars before we leave. I told them that straight up. And I told them I'm not babysitting. And what am I doing? I'm over here babysitting again. And so that all happens. And I'm sitting in my car for like a good 2-3 hours, bro. I'm like, I'm not helping them. Like, I'm going to let them figure it out. I'm not helping them. And so Nathan, I kid you not, Nathan, he just falls asleep in my car. Like, he doesn't care at all, bro. He's just asleep in my car. And so, like, nobody knows anything about mechanics. I kid you not.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the only one that kind of had, like, a little bit. You know what I mean? So I'm checking the car. I call my dad and my brother, and I tell them, like, what the issue is. They tell me the timing belt. Like, I need to move something, blah, blah, blah. So I'm looking for it, blah, blah, blah. And then I can't find it, bro. And I'm like, okay, well, like, I can't find it. And then we were having an alternative, like, oh, well, one person will drive to Cali, from Cali to El Paso, get to El Paso. Someone will stay here in California, enough for like one night or something like that. We were having an alternative and something like that. And so we ended up getting the car towed to AutoZone because I'm like, oh, I need a certain part so I can get to this thing, the timing belt, so I can like make it loose, so I can like get the timing belt like all tight on it and everything, right? So I kid you not, it's like around Like I said, we were planning on leaving at 2 p.m.
Holy shit.
At this time, it's like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., bro. Yeah. So once we get to AutoZone, they don't do the loan tools or whatever. Like I tell them like what the issue is, blah blah blah. They try to help me, the AutoZone people, but they couldn't figure it out, something like that. And so I had to buy a tool just so I could fix the car, bro. So I buy the tool, the extension and whatever, so I can like loosen the where the timing belt is. So I finally figure it out. I loosen it. I get it all fixed, bro. And it's already like 10 p.m., bro. And I'm like, we said we were gonna leave at 2. 8 hours later, it's 10 p.m. and we're like, okay, we all gotta go fill up our gas real quick before we leave. I'm tired, bro. I kid you not. And so me being an idiot, I buy a 5-hour energy drink, thinking like, oh, like as soon as I get tired, I'm gonna pop that 5-hour energy drink. I'll have another 5 hours in me to drive. That was my whole concept.
You're like big brain
I
moves.
kid you not. And I told that to Nathan. That was my whole concept, bro. And he was, yeah, but that was my whole mindset going in, bro. I'm not lying. Like 2 hours into the drive, I told Nathan, I'm like, hey, bro, pop this open for me. I drink it, and I straight up say this like in like a little voice, like underneath my breath. I'm like, okay, I got 5 more hours in. I kid you not. And Nathan's looking at me worried, bro. But yeah, bro, it was pretty dumb, bro. But yeah, that was a good trip. But like, I found out it's way cheaper flying to California and getting Ubers. Like, I kid you not, it's way cheaper. I found that out, and I'm like, okay, so that's what I'm doing for next year. Like that's why, like, I already have all that set up. We're gonna be flying. We're gonna take Ubers. We're gonna be all.
That's an extra 4 hours, 5 hours. But
yeah, bro. But honestly, like I loved California.
Yeah.
Even
I want to
though
wait.
the ride sucked, but I loved it. I love California.
Knott's Berry Farm. It's an amusement park, kind of like
Sure.
Six Flags.
What is it?
Yeah, but it's called Knott's Berry Farm. It's got like way different rides. It's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Yeah, dude. I mean,
Okay, I'll probably look into it. But yeah, bro, it's been chill traveling. But
really?
honestly, bro, I experienced my first earthquake too in California. Yeah, and I didn't even know it was an earthquake. Like, I was in line for the convention, bro, and I'm sitting in line. Like, we were there, like, we got there super early, but there was still a long line. And so I'm there chilling. I cut in line, and I told Nathan and the third passenger that I had in my car, I told them, I was like, hey, we're gonna get there super early so we can get in line, blah blah blah. It was so packed, bro. I kid you not. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go find a spot I can probably cut in line, blah blah blah. So I find a spot where like it's like wide open, and I start talking with these guys. I make like new friends because that's how I am. Like, I'm very social. So I ended up staying with them. Like, I was way up ahead, and I told Nathan and my other friend, I was like, hey guys, like, you guys should come over here with me, blah blah blah. Like it's I'm way up ahead. They're like, no, we're good here, because they didn't want to cut. You know what I mean? In my head, I'm like, all right, you guys are acting like little girls. You know what I mean? I'm over here like putting in the weight.
Really?
But yeah, but the crazy thing is that they got in the convention before me. Yeah, it was stupid. Yeah, and so because the where I was at, it gets packed in, and I was on the right side, and it was taking forever to go. And what's it called? I was just standing. I was talking with the guys, blah blah blah, and my vision started shaking. Like I saw everything shaking. I was like, oh man, I'm about to pass out. I'm thinking to myself, I'm about to pass out. Like, I need to drink something. And so I get my Gatorade out from my bag. I drink it, and I'm like, okay, I'll be fine. I just needed some Gatorade. I needed something to drink. And so yeah. So I'm still in the line after that happened, blah blah blah. I hear these two Asian guys behind me, and they're like, "Oh, did you feel that 4.4 or something like that earthquake?" I was like, "Hold up!" Wait a minute. What? I'm like, that was an earthquake, and I'm over here tripping balls, bro. But that's not the crazy thing. The next day, or that same day, we got back from the convention. We got back to the hotel like around. We got there like at 5, right? I knocked out because like I was sleep deprived, bro. Like I didn't sleep at all. Like, and so I went to bed like at 5. I took a little nap. That little nap turned into a whole sleep, bro. I didn't wake up till like 12 a.m. And in that time, I was alone in my room for a good time.
What?
There was a 7 point something earthquake going on, bro. And I was asleep during that the whole time. And I was alone in my room.
Yeah.
Everybody else was in like in my other friend's room, just laughing and everything. They left me there, bro. And I was like, y'all really left me there to die. And then my friend's like, but did you die? And I'm like, you're not wrong, but that's still messed up. Like, y'all left me there. Like, y'all could have woke me up.
Died.
I could have went to the other room and slept in that room while you guys were having fun. Yeah, I could have died. It was like, but did you die? It's like, well, yeah, bro. I had crazy stories.
I mean, I saw my first tornado. It was scary as hell. Yeah, I saw one in, I think it was Pecos, Becos. And then the other one was in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Was it like Oklahoma?
Yeah, it was nighttime too, so I didn't know.
You usually get a lot of tornadoes?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Well, I don't even know.
It's like, why? You're like, why is my truck flying?
I heard just like warning sirens or something like that, and I was like, what the hell's going on? And then I was like, don't you guys usually get that on your phone?
Like, is this an Amber Alert that they have over here in Oklahoma?
No, but like I just heard it. It was like really loud. I was like, oh shit. And then the dude that like usually stands and signs my paperwork and shit so I could get paid, he's like, hey, there's a tornado, so be careful driving back home. And I was like, wait, hold the fuck up. He's like, yeah, just be careful because this is like a really popular
You're
area.
like, hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I saw it. I don't know if I was like tripping balls because I didn't like sleep for like, I don't know, so many hours. I've been awake for a lot. And I thought it was going to be a quick trip because it was only like 5 hours away. So I thought it was going to be a quick trip, but no, it wasn't. But yeah. But yeah, I saw something and I was like, I think that's a tornado, and I just like stepped on it, and my truck had a limiter. Like my truck has a limit of, I think it was 80 or 85, and it will like start so it will start beeping at 80, like a really loud beep, like, hey, you're going too fast, and then 85, it'll slow you back down to like 70, 75. And I totally forgot, and I was like stepping on it, and I thought, I don't know what was going on, and I just heard like lots of sounds and everything like that. I was like, oh shit, I probably got caught by a tornado. And then, I mean, I don't know, I was like freaking tired, and then like my truck was like slowing down, and I was like, shit, it's dragging me in or some shit, I don't even know. And then I was like looking everywhere and I didn't see shit. Like I just saw the sunrise. And I was like, balls. I know. I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was like, is this like what the middle looks like? What the hell? Like, it looks beautiful. And then now, next thing I know. And then I just,
like, I don't mind. It's like you're like, I don't mind being stuck in now. My brother
texted me. He's like, you're going too fast, and I was like, oh. And yeah, that was it.
Oh my god, bro, that's funny. I'd be tripping balls too, bro.
It's cool.
Man, that's crazy, man. With the whole traveling and trips. I I think we're ending
It's already been like 3
nearing
hours.
towards the end of our episode for this week. That's true. But yeah, man, that's we thank you guys for all those who send us questions to answer. We'll probably be trying to do this. I don't know how often, but keep in check of in our posts whenever we post about any of you
Not
guys
really.
asking us questions. We'll for sure answer them on our podcast. Yeah. Depending on the question. No, actually, no. We'll probably answer all the questions, honestly, like we did today. But yeah, we appreciate you guys tuning into our episode. I know there was some technical difficulties with some of our co-hosts, Nathan and Kelly. They weren't able to join because of some technical difficulties, and especially with us, with my phone rebooting after like me plugging it in to charge. I don't know why I did that, but we appreciate you guys tuning into our second episode of Second Floor. Where I think we are approaching our destination
A lot more.
I think we still got a few more, huh? A lot more. But we do appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope you guys are staying safe during the whole coronavirus pandemic and Ebola coming back and the whole movement going on. We will be posting more about information about organizations that you guys can donate to the Black Lives Matter. This episode was technically supposed to be on last week's, but due to circumstances, we weren't able to record, and so we do apologize for that. We are going to be trying to get every episode every week as much as we can, and I know like some of us won't be able to be tuning in on our podcast. Some of our co-hosts won't be in, but for sure you can count on me here all the time.
Yes.
So, and Adrian,
this is my free time
because he wants to get away from his kids. This is your free time. But yeah, once again, guys, we do appreciate you guys tuning into Elevator Talk. And then we'll catch you guys on next week's episode. This will be up on Monday, which is the 15th of June. So we'll catch you guys on our next episode, and let us know if there's anything that you guys feel like we should do a little bit better. That you feel like we should do a little bit better, or anything that you feel like we should add into our podcast. Feel free to let us know. And make sure to hit that follow and subscribe button on our Instagram just to make sure that you guys know and keep updated with our posts. We are going to be trying to get some of this on YouTube, and we are going to be trying to do some video podcasts, having video in it sometime soon. And so we'll have that all set up for you guys later on. We'll let you guys know. And I'm going to try to post like the last 3 episodes on YouTube, so in case you guys don't have Spotify or Apple Music or any of the other platforms that we have our podcast on, make sure to have it on YouTube for you guys. So with that being said, we bid you guys adieu, and we hope you guys have a great week, a great day, great evening, great morning, whatever time you guys are in, and stay safe. Signing off.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Suck my ass.